*6 yourself to come in. Pastor Chris, *6, please.
Gee. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, everybody's on *6. This morning, some of us are in the frozen thunder. Some of us are in Florida at 64, 74 degrees. Some of us are standing outside by their fish, looking at them swim, and just enjoying the flow of the water. You know, it doesn't matter where you find yourself this morning. It does matter what direction your thoughts are in. This week we've touched on a number of keys that individually guide us to where we want to be. We talked a little bit about taking on the challenges of victory. The challenges of victory are the road that we choose when we decide to become an entrepreneur. The challenges of victory are the fact that each and every one of us can be successful if we only try. You know, each one of us has within us the ability to be greater than anybody that they have met. Because unlike years ago, when there was nothing written down, there was no guidance, we now have umpteen oogles of guidance. You know, you have the original format where the scribes were the only ones who really could read. And they would write the vision, and it had to be read by a scribe. If you read the early Bible, you have a scribe would read to the king. That means that a lot of the kings couldn't read themselves. Some were well taught and some weren't. And they read a direction that the individual that was there before us, and if you read Ezra 1, you see that Ezra 1, as you begin, is a proclamation. It's a decree written for the Jews to go back and build the second temple. Why are we talking about temples this morning? Because until you started your own business, you were in the first temple. You know, the second temple was, you know, it had everything that the first had, and yet there was even more than that. So this morning as we talk and as we come together, as we look upon what we have to do, we have to make some decisions. We talked earlier this week about where we want to go. What is our goal? Have we sat down with ourselves as yet and decided what our goal is? This morning, if we've decided what our goal is, you know, I'd like to hear from a couple of people as to what they see themselves, where they see their victory. Okay? In a few minutes, I'm going to let us open the line. I want to hear from a couple of people. What do you see as your life change? You know, it's easy to feed in. It's easy to talk about what we've done or how to do it. It is difficult to make a decision. It is difficult to make that decision. What is my victory going to be? Why am I doing this? Okay? Is it that I want to own a property? Is it that I'm not happy with where I live and I want to move? Is it that I want to help my fellow man? We have a product in Care Beyond that changes lives. Yesterday I was helping feed the community, as we do every second and fourth Thursday. We feed the community, and that just gives joy. It's the ability to be able to take food and help others who don't have. But the thing is that as you help others that don't have, it gives us the ability to relax. Okay, yep, I'm working like a crazy puppy when I'm doing it, but it's a different world because I leave business and I take on other challenges. challenges. Okay? What is your goal? Where do you give back? Where do you see yourself giving back, helping somebody who may not be able to help themselves? Okay? That's just one of the things that I do that, for me, is a come down. Okay? Because I'm not worried about, okay, do I have to call this one? Do I have to organize this? Do I have to put these things together? I know that on the second and fourth Thursday, I am helping move food. We're getting that food. We're helping people. We're giving them food to take home. And we're praying with some people because that's what we do. Okay? So what's your goal? Okay? What is the goal that you have? Is it to buy a new car? Is it to get a new residence? Is it to set up so that one day you can actually walk away from your job and not have to live on a third of what you couldn't live on before? See, one day I actually had somebody call me and say, Chris, I just found out that when I retire, I'm going to only get a third of my salary. Can you help me figure out how to live on it? So I hung up the phone. They called me back. They said, Chris, you didn't understand what I said. I said, yes, I did. I hung up the phone again. They called me back. I said, you don't understand. You can't do that. You can't live on a third of what you can't live on now. You got to figure out how to make that two-thirds, okay, so that when that day comes, you can say, I can walk away, okay? How many people online know somebody, maybe the man in the mirror, that would like to go on a trip but has been talking about it for the last 10 years and can't get there because they can't figure out how to get the money to get there? And yet, if you mention to them an opportunity, they're not willing to take the opportunity and run with it. We have a product that everybody is getting benefits from. Even yesterday, while I was helping people, I had two people complaining about, pains. One couldn't get his finger to close. And I said, here, I handed him a patch and I gave him a Thermelt. I did the same for her. I haven't heard from her yet, but before we left that church yesterday, before we left church, he said, I hate to say this. I don't know why he said that, but he said, I hate to say this, but that thing works really good. I feel great. That's the key. That's the joy that I get from doing that. So this morning, as we open the lines, as we share with each other, what's your victory going to be? What is it that you see this business that, helping you do? Because it's not about money. Money is, money is just money. Really and truly, it's what you get to do with it. It's the joys that you get. I've said this for years. When you were a child, every victory that you had, you came first in class, they gave you something. Okay, whether it be a lollipop or it be a trip to Disney World, they gave you something. Okay, every step of your life that you had success in, you, as a child growing up, you got that. And then you graduated college, you graduated high school, you went to college, that was a victory. You graduated college, you get a job, they start paying you, and the only victory you get from that job is that you pay taxes. You have bills. I got to pay off the student loan. I got to pay for the car. I got to pay for the house. I got to pay for this. Where's the joy? What are you doing for you? See, you don't understand. In you is going, why am I doing this? Oh, I got to pay more bills. Where's the benefit? So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to open the lines. *6. Come on in. And let's share with one another for a minute. Maybe there's some question that you have that we can help you answer this morning as you take yourself to that victory, that success, that goes beyond all understanding, because it's possible. Yes, the Bible says that I have to go through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah, you're going to have some challenges. If it was easy, I say this all the time. People say, I want to do this. I say, listen, if it was that easy, just run an ad and make money, they wouldn't need you. They'd fly a helicopter over the streets, and they just drop flyers, and they'd have a van at the end, and they say, just drop your money in here. It would be that easy, but it isn't. It takes some work. We got to do something to get something. Anyway, lines open.
Pastor Chris, sometimes some mornings the topic is usually something that you might be thinking about or you might be planning, but just the topic just comes along at the right time. For example, earlier me and Carol was talking, and she was talking about, I'm not planning to do this, but it just came along, and she just thought about it, and she just included it in her plans for this year. Now, piggybacking on something that you just said, Pastor Chris, I was speaking to a friend yesterday, and they were whining and crying, and they needed some assistance that I've rendered in the past. And when I had to tell them like it is, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't appreciate it. But this is an individual that was, I think, the first person I enrolled into the system back in August of last year. And when I look back into my back office, I see that they have never, ever, ever ventured into the back office. They have never, ever made any effort to do anything at all with the business. And not even enroll someone and send them a sample. But they just want to whine and complain. So I was having no part of that. And I just pretty much hung up the phone too. Now, back in December, a bunch of us was by Chris' house, and we made a pledge and a vow to be in a certain position by December of this year. And last night I looked into my back office, and I didn't like what I see. I am unhappy with what I see back there. So I plan today, after this call, to take a picture of my back office. And I'm going to plaster it right here by my desk. I'm going to plaster it all over. I'm going to restart and revamp. And from today, the 1st of March, I'm going to go into a different gear and go all out to accomplish that plan that we made for December of this coming year. Also last year, I decided that rather than constantly talking about the amount of money I'm going to be making on a monthly basis, I'm going to focus on two things. I'm going to focus on the aspect of pain, which means I'll be focusing on marketing the patch and the Ceramel, because either someone has pain or they know someone that has pain. And I believe that as long as I focus on helping people and getting them some results, the numbers in the back office will catch up. But catch up they will, because I'm not settling for what I see now, and I want to turn that around and change that in 10 months. That's it for me.
Well, I congratulate you on that choice and what you've done there. I'll say this. I personally, and I know Coach does it too, before I go to sleep at night, around midnight, because midnight ends the day, I haven't figured out how to do it. I know Kim does. She takes a snapshot of her organization. I use a pen paper, and in my day planner, I write down my numbers. The key things that are key for me are the total group qualifying volume, the total amount of associates I have, the total amount of customers I have, and the total number of members on the team. And those individual things, they're just numbers. But when you start looking at them and they haven't changed for a week, there are one or two things that have to happen. Either you have to do something about it, okay, because on a day-to-day basis, you're seeing where you are. You also see where you are you can go back to the same day last month and see exactly where you were then. And you start making adjustments mentally by seeing the same thing. It's like writing the vision. clearly on tablets. If you see the vision every morning, I'm going to have 10 new people this month, and here we are on the 15th and you haven't gotten one, you realize that you're running out of months and you have to change something that you're doing. So change is adjustable. Okay, so that's a very good job. I like what you said. Who else would like to share with us? There are a whole bunch of people online this morning. Come on.
They have to star 6 themselves.
Well, some of us can't find the star 6, okay?
I understand. No, Kim, you're forgiven. Okay?
You're special, Kim.
I don't know about that. Anyways, listen, I have been, sorry, I breathed down the wrong pipe.
She star 6 too much.
I star 6 too much. Anyways, one of the things that's been an amazing experience with this is that, Chris was talking about, I take snapshots, but one of the reasons I take a snapshot is to prove what's going on. I send pictures periodically to people just out of the blue, just as a, hey, just thought you should know how fast it's growing. I'd love to, get you on board. And so, it started out with 1 or 2 people. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I actually got $1 from this company. This is so cool. The first time I've actually, got paid for something and didn't have to bust my tail for it. It's $1. Isn't that awesome? And the next one was, well, oh, my gosh, it's hundreds of dollars. Now it's thousands of dollars. Now it's, and today, this morning before the call, I took snapshots I pulled up snapshots from last month and included this month. And it's the first. I've already got $80 for this month. I don't even know how it worked that fast. But I got $80 in the account this morning. First thing, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So, all I know is that I don't fully understand everything about how we earn the money we earn. But I do know that when we open our mouth, and that's the key thing, actually, that's not even true either, because I'm sending emails and text messages, more text messages than anything. And just, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. It really is. Because when you send a picture of something, like before and afters, I've been taking some of my old pictures along with what I look like now and saying, look at me now. And people are like, oh, my gosh, you look great. What did you do? And I'm like, well, let me tell you, So I think a lot of times we just have to share with the people who we normally share with in conversation about a good meal with something that's blessing our lives. And I love the company.
And you know what she's doing when she's sharing those things? She's letting them marinate. When somebody says, they don't want to come on board or they don't want to even try anything, that's okay. Let them marinate for a little while, And when she sends them the snapshot, she's just checking back with them and checking on the marination, seeing how it's going.
Yep. And touching base and finding out, people don't want to know what you know. They want to know that you care. And that's the thing. We have to communicate with them and find out what they need.
I think I listened to what Bob said about you letting them marinate, and one of the things that you find, one of the things you find when you talk to people is that I gave so-and-so something and they didn't get back to me, and I don't know, I don't understand. No, hold on. Here's the thing, okay? If you have 10, 20, 30 people in play, I keep a minimum of 10 people in play at all times. Sometimes my in-play group is 30, 40 people, okay? What does that mean? We just signed up 2 new people out of New York. One I've been talking to her since I got into the company, okay? But because she didn't come in at the time, I didn't get great. I kept moving, okay? I kept adding to that pile, kept talking to them, kept adding to the pile. So they're marinating. When the meat is well done, you take it out, stick it in the oven. Now it's ready to eat. Okay, so that's the whole point. Okay, you gotta let what you're doing soak in. Sometimes they just want to think they just some people know people that every Monday morning they have a new program. So you tell them about something and they're not sure is he gonna be there Monday. So they want to see if you're going to be in. They want to see if it's going to grow. That's okay. Add some other people who are not in a hurry. Add some people who are in a hurry, who want to get in with you. You're going to have both groups. Okay? Don't depend on that one person, right? Be excited about what's happening to you. That's what the other thing, Kim. She's excited. Yeah. She's sharing her excitement. Okay? They say if you catch yourself on fire, people will come from miles around just to watch you burn. Okay? Let them know that you're on fire. And if you let them know you're on fire, they're going to come to watch. Right? And you know what happens? Since you're standing here watching, grab a pen, talk to a friend. Okay? Be excited when you get on the phone. I said this a couple of days ago, and I know a couple of people probably thought I was crazy. But if you can't get excited, get up and do some jumping jacks. Okay? Do some sit-ups. Get on the phone. You're hot and sweaty. You're panting. Get on the phone. That's when you're excited. People want to be excited about what you do. Okay? You're using the product. The product works for you. And people are saying, well, I got to run an ad, and I got to send an email. No. Listen, you're excited. Imagine if you took your phone right now, and you just told them your story. Okay? You just told them your story. What did Kim say? I'm taking pictures. Of who? Me. What is she doing? She's sending those pictures. Okay? What are they seeing? They're seeing Kim fat. They're seeing Kim slim. What are you doing? Who's in charge when they call and ask, what are you doing? Okay? I lost 50 pounds. You did? What the heck did you do? Guess what? I called the person up. I said, listen, Joe. I just got up. All my clothes are too big. I lost 50 pounds. Boy, I'm fired up. Hang up the phone. What is going to happen? They're going to call you back. Chris, you didn't give me the rest of it. What? What you been telling me? Oh, you want to know? I can tell you. You got 15 minutes? You may or may not be interested, but I got something to show you. That's it. Okay? That's it. Just those few words I just said. You got 15 minutes. You may or may not be interested. I got something to show you. Has made a friend of mine millions of dollars a year. Okay? That's all it takes. All right? Hey, you can even mess it up. You can say, I have something to show you. I need 15 minutes. You may or may not be interested. It still works. You can't get it wrong. Okay? Just be excited. If you're excited, they're going to be excited. Okay? They're going to come from miles around just to watch you burn. Okay? So tell them, Kim is doing a marvelous job. She's taking pictures. She's sending them before and she's sending them after. I very rarely take pictures. But, boy, the last pictures of me, I was having a swell time. Now I'm kind of skinny. What can I say? You just gotta use what you got. One more share.
Good morning. This is Cheryl. I'm off the mute line now.
Well, welcome to the team.
Yes. I guess I have to remember. I have never tried that. Give them the sense of they're losing something by getting excited, telling them what you have to tell them, and then hang up on them. I choose to use, I haven't lost any weight. To me, if you say you've lost weight, it indicates that you're going to be looking for it. So I'm saying now I have rendered down 20 pounds. So I'm rendering my weight away, and I don't intend to find it anymore.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, that's beautiful.
So I haven't lost any weight since I started. I've rendered down 20 pounds, and I'm rendering as we.
I'm going to need the bumper sticker. I'm rendering my weight away.
You're too much. You're too much, Cheryl. Hello, Chris.
And
I just want to.
Wait.
I just want to share some.
I'm not
Go ahead.
finished.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. What I'm doing, I found this prayer in a lovely frame, and I put it on the wall just at eyesight. And it says, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain." This is prayer Jabez, 1 Chronicles 4 and 10.
Yep. God be the glory.
Amen. Okay, I'm finished.
Cheryl, are you finished rendering down?
Not quite. I'm rendering as we speak.
Okay, sweetie. I just want to share something that is affecting us all and is going to continue to affect us all. As you know, lots of times you're going to run across and keep running across people that tell you, I can't sell this, I can't sell that, I don't know how to sell. And I have a response for that usually just leaves people with, if not much to say. And I was speaking with an individual last night. You know, we were having a conversation and stuff like that. And she was telling me, how she, she says she's not making much money. She just would like to make some part-time income and stuff like that. I said, you don't like selling, right? She says, no, I don't like selling. I said, okay, I want to ask you a question. I said, when you go to a restaurant and you get a really, really good meal, do you come back and tell your friends and family about it? She said, of course. I said, when you go to the movies and you watch a really great movie, do you come back and tell your friends and family about it? She said, yes. I said, does the restaurant ever send you a check? She said, no. I said, does the movie house ever send you a check? She said, no. I said, okay. You didn't sell anything. You just came back and exuberantly shared with your friends and family with something that you love. So I am not asking you to sell anything. You love helping people, don't you? She said, yes. Okay. Just share with people something that you have that will be of benefit to them. You're not selling them anything. She was like, oh my goodness, I never thought of it like that. And then she says, you know what? Maybe give me a little time. I'll talk to you. I might need to do this business. I might need some extra income. That's it.
Well, to God be the glory. As I wrap up on this Friday morning, I'm going to say this. I signed up a young lady. Well, actually, a friend of mine signed up. I just got with them and we started working. And on yesterday, she did something that I've been asking people to do for years. See, I've always considered that when people work best in teams, okay, because if you study the industry we're in, normally when you try to recruit a group, you want to recruit husband and wife, because when the husband gets tired and he goes home, you say, I ain't doing that no more. The wife says, okay, but where we getting the money for Johnny to go to summer camp? And he looks at her and says, well, I better go see the neighbor might buy. Okay. You understand? Two works better than one. Okay? And yesterday, Beryl and her young recruit went out and did a marvelous job talking to individuals. Of course, today we're going to work on taking that and turning it into more positive as we work on the follow-up. But here's the key. As we finish this day, as we prepare for the weekend, each one of us online knows somebody. Okay? Identify who that key person is that you know. Identify who you're going to work with, who you're going to get with, who you're going to be out there that you can rely on, okay? We have the team. My team is called Team Fire. okay? Because I'm always on fire. All right? But you have the team, but the team has a conference call. It happens every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it goes for approximately 25 to 30 minutes, okay? It goes Monday to Friday. The company has a call. It goes Monday night for training and update, Tuesday for opportunity, Wednesday for training, Thursday for opportunity, Friday at 3 o'clock. Okay, so the other 4 days are 9 at night. Friday at 3 o'clock East Coast, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock our time. It's a question and answer direct with the company. Then we have a Saturday training at 1 o'clock. Okay, we have lots of, for those who work during the week, we have lots of ways for you to get hooked in. We have lots of ways for you to get your prospects to the line, ways for you to come up to date. We have a phenomenal website. But all of those things don't substitute that camaraderie that 2 or 3 gathered together can bring. The Bible says, where 2 or 3 gather together, there I shall be. Okay? Get a friend. Get with somebody. Okay? Get a workout partner. And you all talk about your goals. Okay? Then after you've talked about your goals, let's set up a weekly goal. You know, one person, as I said yesterday, $100,000, we got that down to just a mere 2 products a day. Okay? Just doing the 30-day challenge. Okay? They could be successful in their goal. All right? What is your goal going to be? What is the breakdown of it? If you can't work it out, pick up the phone, call Coach, call me, call somebody that can help you get those figures. And then as a team, work together. I always find, especially where women are concerned, working as a team, because you just don't know. There are too many things happening today. And the statistics prove that even men should have a team. Okay? It's so much nicer when 2 smiling faces turn up than 1. Okay? Understand that if we work together as a team, we develop together as a team, we take it to the next level. It's not about me. It's not an I game. It's an us deal. Okay? We the people, as a body, indivisible before Him, shall move together. So may the Father bless you. May He keep you. May He uplift you. May He take you to heights that you've never been and to dreams that you've never dreamt. Oh, may the Father lift you up beyond your ability to think, and may He do it from the very core of your soul to the points that you haven't been. Amen, amen, and amen. God bless each and every one of you. We will join you again on Monday. Start the sign out. I'm out.
Amen, Pastor Chris. What a wonderful day. We really exchanged some great information. It's a brand new day of a brand new month. Champions, let's go out there and make it a successful day and a successful weekend.
Amen. Blessings, everyone.
Amen to that. Amen.
Thank you very much. Just wanted to let everybody know, New York, we are having our Saturday meeting at 12:30, 1478 Fulton Street. Bring your guests, and we will take care of them. All right, and team, we'll see you there. Thank you.
And Peter, can you put that on us up, please?
And champions, even if you're not in New York, just send whoever you want to send, and let us know, and we'll take care of them for you.
Right.
Kim and Bob are out.
Okay, Kim and Bob. Bye.
It's Alice. I'm out.
Okay, Alice.
It's Albert. I'm out.